Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
Because we don't fight the SJWs anymore. They basically killed themselves, so...
Well, no, they're out on Twitter celebrating Hulk Hogan's death. And actually, Hulk Hogan's death actually reminded me why I dislike SJWs. I'm like, oh, that's why I dislike them, because they're vindictive cunts, all of them. So,
it's not 100% SJWs. You are fighting with the internet wrestling community. Those fuckers are brain dead. It consists of neckbeards, weirdos, people who subscribe to OnlyFans whores, and people who think they are better bookers than Vince McMahon.
To celebrate Hulk Hogan's passing because he said a mean word shows you how dumb you are. And it shows you how hateful and disgusting you are. We've all said one version of a mean word every now and then. So hold that on Hulk Hogan's head and to make that the thing you want to put out there after his passing is disgusting, it's satanic, it's evil. And anybody that does that, I have no problem going to war against them on. I did it to a couple of people in X. There's this one guy who claimed to be a pastor and says that we shouldn't be celebrating Hogan's passing because he's a racist. And I went through his Twitter and he's like, oh, he supports Black Lives Matter. Look at that. A guy who supports a racist organization that commits terrorist acts is lecturing on racism? Get out of here. You fake Christian. So the SJWs have come out in full force, attempting to tarnish Hogan's legacy because he said a mean word.
Him saying the N-word, saying really nasty, racist shit.
It was a natural thing to do to offer condolences and reflect on the accomplishments and inspiration Hogan left on people. Unfortunately, those pesky SJWs don't forget your sins. When Micharl Rappapport reflected on Hogan's legacy, he got pushed back by the extreme left and retracted his earlier memorial video as a result. And social media influencer Joey Swoll had to remove his video honoring Hogan when his left-wing audience pushed back on him real hard because Hogan said a mean word.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human.
Unfortunately for Swoll, those demonic SJWs don't forget. His retraction was a little too late, and he felt the brunt of the reaction by his followers. Funny how he stated that despite all the good things he did, people still want a reason to hate and tear him down. This point seems lost on him, as that is exactly how Hogan and his fans must feel with a nefarious attempt to rewrite history. And yes, make no mistake, what the SJWs and race baiters are doing is indeed nefarious. Ryan Satin wanted to remind people that a Hogan tribute was problematic because Hogan said a mean word. But when it was revealed he was a supporter of the racist terrorist organization Black Lives Matter, he put his X profile on protected status. And then there are those who push the Hogan is an unforgivable racist fable, who themselves promote and push racist Marxist hate propaganda, such as reposting Robin Maynard, a black feminist radical, and her praise for the Black Liberation Army, a Marxist racist militant group.
Do you think Hulk's a racist?
I don't think he's a racist. Racist gotta be like, I gotta be like, hell all those, I hope they all die. I don't want them to have nothing. I don't know. We all have a knack to say some ethnic
slurs.
Yeah, I like that word, slurs. Yeah, we all have that knack. We all gonna say something. It's just that you just can't listen, it's so simple to call somebody a racist now. It's just really simple. It's so easy. Listen. Now, no one said more disgusting, dreadful things about white people than me, and there's nothing about a racist in me. But then when we get in that dark side of our minds, that's the only thing we see, the bad side of our minds. So those are the words we say. We see Italian mobster again, and you're this, you're that. You see your fucking big, strong black This is
Damn, you went to rappers.
Nah, this is who we are.
It's amazing how Mike Tyson said the obvious, that pretty much all people have said some derogatory, racist, or ethnic slurs in their lives. All have said it, and the sentiment of marrying within a race is not something exclusive to white people. Take Kobe Bryant. When his helicopter crashed, ending his life, he was survived by his widow, Vanessa. The only problem is, Vanessa committed the crime of not being a black woman. She was Latina. The outcry by many black women who demonically trashed Bryant and said he wasn't worthy of being mourned, as well as them pointing out that Kobe was a sellout for marrying a Hispanic woman, shined a light on the racism in the black community.
There's a small demographic of black women that's celebrating the death of Kobe Bryant, rejoicing in his demise, and are being very loud and vocal about not mourning his death, not caring about his death. And you ask them the reason why they have that attitude, and they'll tell you things like this. Kobe Bryant didn't have a black family. Kobe Bryant didn't care about black people. When Kobe Bryant died, his wealth went to his wife and not the black community.
Hogan did not allow his daughter to go on date black men. Do y'all know this man is 75 goddamn years old? Back in those times, it was known to keep it within a certain race. That don't make you racist. It just says you have a preference. How you gonna say this motherfucker? If Hogan is racist because of this, what do we say about all the black women that go around social media saying, I can't date a white man, I just can't do it. I'd rather have my black king.
But those who work with Hogan have the most significant things to say. Devon Dudley credited Hogan for inspiring him. Both Booker T and Stevie Ray of the iconic WCW tag team Harlem Heat have stated it was Hogan who helped convince the WCW staff to push the duo to the elite of the tag team division. If Hogan was a racist, these men would have not volunteered these words. While the radical SJWs were busy trying to rewrite history, this happened.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
So I learned that Sydney Sweeney promoting blue jeans was somehow Nazi propaganda. Yes, coded message for eugenics and white supremacy was somehow embedded in this commercial, all because a feminine-looking blue-eyed woman of reasonable attractiveness was shown in a very favorable display.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle for their racist shit online, talking about blue jeans and white people. Boycott American Eagle. Boycott the shit out of them. Boycott American Eagle. Do not buy them. And cancel this person. Miss Sweeney, cancel for her being racist, for doing Nazi propaganda. Cancel American Eagle.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
The outcry over this is something to behold. The women who were doing the crying seem to have some things in common. Piercings, tattoos, undisciplined emotional outbursts, some level of obesity. Women that most men wouldn't rate higher than a 5.5. Underscoring this observation is that there are hardly any men, if at all, sharing these concerns that a Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad was a coded message for white supremacy. Most men of all ethnicities, it seems, haven't shared any disagreement over her commercials. So we're witnessing race baiting and the rewriting of history in real time. Hulk Hogan was a part of so many iconic pro wrestling moments. His body slam of Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, his match with The Rock at WrestleMania 2003, his WCW Monday Nitro Championship match with Goldberg, the NWO heel turn at Bash at the Beach 96, putting over the Ultimate Warrior, and countless others, spanning almost 3 decades. Yes, Hogan's backstage politics are also very well known, and he was part of many bad booking decisions, spoken or otherwise, such as the botched Starrcade 97 match with Sting. But the bad in the end will not outshine the good. Pro wrestling is what it is because of Hogan, whether it be pro wrestling trying to match Hogan or trying to outdo him. But the current generation of wrestling fans have no clue of how big Hogan's appeal was in the premillennial days of wrestling, or how his popularity transcended the sport. None of that matters because the SJWs want to remind you Hogan was a mean bad who said the mean word, and therefore his entire legacy and accomplishments must be forgotten and destroyed. He must be judged. This is the nefarious attempt to rewrite history to make you forget what wrestling was from the 80s to the early 2000s. All of the iconic moments you witnessed as a child is now contingent upon the SJW allowing you to have that memory if it doesn't invalidate the SJW insistence you acknowledge the mean word is bad and must be punished with eternal hellfire. Yes, Hogan believing on the Lord Jesus Christ is not good enough for the SJW. This is why I say the SJWs are demonic and blasphemous. Christ redeems, and that redemption is not contingent upon any man's approval. And your memories of seeing Hogan's matches, his accomplishments, his legacy is not at all contingent upon some blue-haired, nose-ring mentally ill radical who hates you anyway if you disagree with them, and wishes you eternal hellfire and punishment. Don't be like Micharl Rappapport or Joey Swoll. Don't cave into the culture of mobs that set Ed Piskor to an early fate. If you're a fan of Hogan and what he accomplished, do not apologize to these SJWs. Do not apologize to the IWC. Their hurt feelings do not transcend your eyes.